Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Polygon Matic. I'm not a financial advisor by any means. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. With that being said, giving a shout out to the Telegram chat. I haven't done that in a while, haven't I? So our Telegram chat is up and live. We have people constantly giving us some tips, some news, sharing great low cap gems, basically like generally helpful information, especially for the newcomers into the space. It's not filled with spam. There are a lot of smart investors in there, and I'm really proud of the little community that we're building there. So shout out to all the guys and girls from the Telegram chat. Alrighty, jumping into the weekly chart on Matic. Do check out the last video that I did in Polygon. I'm gonna have it right in the right corner of your video right now. So make sure to watch that before you're watching this video. But I did give you some targets, and some of them were met, and some of them are yet to be met. So we are above the weekly, and that is great. The weekly 20 EMA is below the price action, and that is incredibly bullish. That means we are back in an uptrend. We almost bounced off the 55, but we didn't. That's no big deal. So taking a look at the indicator. So the RSI has started moving up. We're kind of making this V-shaped recovery over here, as you can see, and perhaps going out, getting into the overbought zone towards the end of the bull market, and then having that correction blow off top and you know, right into the bear market, because the bear market will come, guys. Have no doubts about that. So make sure to take some profits. I'm going to help you do that. Just stick with the channel. Now, checking out the MACD, which is a lagging indicator, guys. So we have started an uptrend, but the uptrend isn't confirmed on the MACD. It will be confirmed when the signal line, the blue line, gets crossed from below by the MSI. We're pretty much in the floor right now. As you can see, every time that we have been in this zone over here, we start moving back up, and that is the only way we can go from them. So this is a bullish signal as well. All right, that is it for the daily chart. Let's jump in for the weekly chart. Let's jump into the daily chart. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this, guys. This is the bullish cross on the daily chart, and these don't come very often. This is very healthy. As you can see on the daily chart, we just dipped below the 200 EMA just a tiny bit, so this was a great time to be buying Matic. And now everyone who's bought in here at this dip is somewhere around 120% in profit. So kudos to you guys who bought in. But, you know, Matic got overextended, very overextended, just like a lot of crypto projects. And yeah, it's looking good right now. If we do take a look at the RSI, though, you can see that we're kind of hitting our head on some sort of a resistance over here. So as you can see, yeah, there is some sort of, we're coming back to a key level of support. What would that key level of support be on the daily chart? That would be the 20 EMA, because we're a bit overextended from it. You don't want the price to be far away from the 20 EMA, the yellow line, because once it gets too far above it, it gets too overextended from it, that is when you start down. That is an indicator, essentially. This is an indicator that you're going to start coming back down to kiss the 20 EMA as support. And obviously, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen 100%. But I would say 95% of the time, the price comes back to the 20 EMA to hold as support and to bounce off of it. The problem with this being that if, you know, the first chances of us losing it as support, there is basically. Wow, that was a difficult sentence for me. So the far away we are, the more chances we're going to lose it as support, and we don't want to do that. If we end up losing it as support, what would that mean? That would mean that we have potentially a nice bounce from the 55 EMA, which is the red line. So always bring out your EMAs, guys. They are very important. If Bitcoin should, then yeah, obviously we're coming back down, potentially below the 200 EMA. The 200 EMA at the minute sitting at 84 cents. So yeah, but honestly, I don't see a bear market right now. The whales have been buying the dip so hard. I don't think we're done, and I don't think we're gonna be done even by the end of the year. To be honest with you, we might extend the bull market to the early 2022, but we'll see. We made a bullish cross on the MACD on the daily chart over here, confirming our uptrend. We are above the histogram now. if the signal line and the moving average are above the histogram, that is a super bullish confirmation of this uptrend. Plus, we get the bullish cross on the EMAs on the price action over here. So everything is looking very bullish. We did have some targets, and we're going to talk about them just in a bit. But as you can see, on the stochastic RSI, we have been quite overextended to the upside. We're starting to come back down, so potentially you want to roll over here and consolidate for a bit before the next leg up, basically. So that is something that could happen. And if that does end up happening, then yeah, we're coming back down to some key levels of support. So another key level of support that I do want to show you is this. Hold on a second. This is too zoomed in. Is the 0.5 on the fib. So I have drawn out the fib from the start of back in December. All that. Okay. Yep. There we go. Okay. So yeah, the potentially getting overextended and you know, getting all the way here to our target at $4.78, and even, you know, even further we could actually I did have the fib drawn the wrong way. I do apologize. So we're gonna yeah, $5.37. I do apologize. For some reason the fib was off. So if you're watching from the last video, yeah, the fib was off with target, in my opinion, but we do want to stay conservative. Always be conservative, guys. Otherwise, if you get too greedy, you're gonna, you know, it's gonna get you back sometimes sooner or later. So yeah, take profit along the way. Don't be greedy. That is the most important rule of crypto. Let's jump into the 4-hourly chart just to see what we're doing. Okay. Okay, let's just zoom in just a tiny bit more. So $1.66 is the target that we have, guys. So potentially if you bought in just over here when did I actually make the last video? That was about 2 weeks ago, right? That would be end of July, beginning of August. So yeah, somewhere around here, I would say. So let's see. That is roughly 50% gains from the last video I gave you. Give you some breakdown targets. Obviously, we didn't get to those, but a nice support level over here would be the 55 EMA on the 4-hourly chart, because we're a bit overextended on the EMAs. The EMAs don't need to be that overextended from each other as well, because that is a bearish sign. So potentially what may end up happening is we lose the 4-hourly EMA as support, and we come back down to the 55 and just bounce off of it, consolidate a bit, and then have the next leg up. And obviously this is all considering the fact that Bitcoin isn't going to correct. If Bitcoin down, and you're potentially going to retest some key levels of support over here at $1.15 and $1.11, that is a nice area to get some more Matic if you're able to do that. Over here, I'm going to mark off this area. There we go. If you end up coming back down there, yeah, put some bits into Matic. That would be great. If we ended up actually, let's just start all the way here from this, move to the top. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, that was the golden ratio. Wow, I'm not blowing my own trumpet here. I do apologize. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So the 0.618, like I said, is the most important fib level on the retracements. So that is where potentially we might end up bouncing back from, because that is where the 0.618 is. That is where the price usually comes back down after an impulsive wave. We bounce that off. That is the 1.272 on the fib. That is $1.70. And, you know, that would mean that we would break this $1.66, which is the target out of this falling wedge. And the falling wedge was a bullish pattern we broke. Actually, we're going to get to our target, and that would be great. That would be great. If we did end up, getting to our target, just like I predicted, that would be somewhere from here. Yeah, that would be somewhere around 80%, 70% gains, because I don't really remember when I recorded the last video, but it was somewhere around the beginning of August over here at $1.66. And yeah, if we take a look at the 4-hourly chart, yeah, we're coming back down, potentially hitting this trend line over here, which would be bullish. And the MACD is showing us that we're potentially entering a downtrend, because we're creating this bearish cross on the MACD. and that is that is a signal basically that, yeah, hey buddy, we might be coming back down, so have some buy orders. But on the 4 hourly, we have reset our stochastic RSI, so potentially we have another impulsive wave coming on the 4 hourly chart. So yeah, pretty much looking very good right now. You know, people are talking a lot about Matic, I've noticed, and you know, it's great. It's a great project. I'm not financially involved with it whatsoever at the minute, but you know, things can change. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. We're still having our target at $1.66. Keep that in mind. And yeah, we can keep an eye on this fib retracement, potentially popping out at $2.33 from this bottom, from this swing low. So yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.